Diamond of Diamond and Silk has died.
What?
So we have Michael Morrison is reposting a truth from Trump. Really bad news for Republicans and frankly all Americans. Our beautiful Diamond of Diamond and Silk has just passed away at her home in the state she loved so much, North Carolina. Silk was with her all the way, and at her passing, there was no better team anywhere anytime. Diamond's death was totally unexpected. Probably her big precious heart just plain gave out. Rest in peace, our magnificent Diamond. You'll be greatly missed. And we have this from the official Diamond and Silk Twitter account right here. They say, the world just lost a true angel warrior patriot for freedom, love, and humanity. Please respect the privacy of Diamond's family. Memorial ceremony, TBA. Contributions towards preserving Diamond's legacy are only being accepted at the following link. Man, that's crazy. This just happened. They posted this 2 minutes ago. Yeah. So somebody posted in the super chat that Diamond and Silk had passed away. I immediately went to fact check. This is about 5 minutes ago. I saw the post from the office of Mike. Couldn't get up Truth Social because Truth Social blocks you from viewing posts unless you are logged in or whatever. And then Diamond and Silk's official account just posted it. So rest in peace, man. Big bummer. Sad to hear it.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I didn't know her. I didn't know anything about them. This is the first I've heard of them. What are they?
Personalities.
Diamond and Silk. What are they known for?
Supporting Trump, I guess.
Yeah. Whenever you're a black woman and you support Trump openly, I mean,
you're a celebrity
overnight because you don't see it as we like unicorns. So whenever a black person supports a Republican president, man,
I was
the
gonna
love
say
you get
pariah.
from the Republicans is amazing. Yeah. I mean,
I was gonna say pariah. I mean, you guys probably get attacked like crazy. Like as soon as you guys came out, like you mentioned, you lost fans.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's just being black. You're like supposed to be Democrats, like.
Isn't that weird that it's like the people claiming to be fighting for racism are perpetuating exactly what they claim to be fighting against?
That's because Joe Biden picks his vice president because she's black. That's why they pick the judge because she's black. They're great politicians, you know what I mean? But
that pisses off racist white people, or racist people get pissed off if someone of another race puts someone of their race in because they feel like they're getting undercut. Just makes more animosity.
They call us They call us token blacks, but they do it all the time. But it's okay. Yeah. It's like it's a double standard. Oh, I'm gonna pick a black woman. Oh, I'm gonna pick this because she's black. Right. I mean, ain't they token black? You didn't give it to them for their qualification, but they call us token Negroes.
Yeah, because it feels so obvious that putting someone in a position because of their color is
obvious, right?
Racist.
Right. Yeah, it's obvious. Right.
But the issue is that he proclaimed it. Yeah. Is that he's like, I promised I would have a woman of color as my VP, and it's like, if he just picked Kamala Harris, people would be like, you think he did that as a virtue signal? They wouldn't be saying outright like, we know he did it because he's racist.
It's for the black vote though. That's why he's doing it. That's why he's got to say it. That's why he's got to put it out there. The Supreme Court he appointed, she's not even a judge. She doesn't even know what a woman is. She's not.
That's
a
crazy.
Judge.
Yeah. What is her name?
What a woman is.
That girl's name?
I don't know.
You guys know the woman's name? The new Supreme Court justice?
Just call her black woman.
We're all like,
Karine Jean-Pierre
totally forgettable.
Like, she's the black woman that doesn't know what a woman is.
But I'll tell you, one of the most offensive things about it is Karine Jean-Pierre his press secretary she's really bad at her job.
She's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, she's going to be because she has to lie for Joe Biden. So she's probably a great press secretary, but she's horrible.
She's horrible. Yeah. Jen Psaki, you knew she was lying.
Yeah, but she was pretty good. Yeah,
she knew how to play the game. And so it's like, you're really frustrated. You're like, come on.
That new one. If she doesn't have that paperwork, really good off the cuff. Yeah, but if she doesn't have that paperwork in front of her to read off of, the other girl, that new girl,
she's blind.
She's done. She wouldn't have nothing to say. Yeah, because she can't think for herself. It's all. She's actually a token.
Yeah,
it's like ESG stuff, but in government, I mean, it's all the same, I guess. Yeah. That's the weirdest thing. Like, what's the United States going to look like when they're like, okay, we got rid of anybody capable of doing the job, but everybody who's here looks like a rainbow?
Yeah, it's like that dude stealing suitcases. Why did he get his job? Stealing suitcases.
Right.
That's so weird too. Like, what was up with that? You know what we think? People were saying that he would steal women's clothing and then get off on wearing it in public. I think that makes sense, though. Like,
it makes a lot of sense.
I call him an honest politician because, like, what he was doing is just a small amount of what all the other politicians are doing on such a bigger level. So at least he did it to people's, sort of face, sort of, kind of, not really, but kind of stealing the luggage and walking away. But.
And then lying about it is the funniest thing. It's like, bro, you're on camera.
And this is the time he got caught.
You didn't have baggage when you flew. Why are you grabbing people's suitcases?
Like, I think a lot of people lose their luggage all the time, right? Mm-hmm. This is, and we never find it. How many times did he get away with it?
How many of them are in his apartment right
The reason why they found this, because how much was that bag he stole? It was like an expensive designer bag. So they investigated that. Yeah.
Yo, what is it? Toomey? Is it the company?
Toomey.
Something like that.
Super expensive bags. You ever see those?
Oh,
yeah.
Like you get a little carry-on bag, it's like $1,000.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So he grabbed the wrong bag, man.
Yeah.
He could have grabbed that Walmart $20 bag and people would have been like,
That's why he grabbed it.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's thinking like, ooh, there's going to be a nice dress in here I can wear.
Yeah.
Good news from earlier. Damar Hamlin's released from the hospital. We were talking earlier about athletes falling down, and he had...
Did they say why? Like, did they say what he had or what happened?
Didn't say. 1 week after cardiac arrest, he's gave a statement. He's headed home to Buffalo with a lot of love in my heart, on my heart. Good for you.
I hope he makes a full recovery, of course, but do you think the truth will ever come out?
Well, I think
actually happen.
The healthier he is, the more likely the truth will come out.
You think so?
He's the guy. He's the spokesman for what happened to him.
He seems like a good guy. He had a great charity going, and I think I think he would speak the truth. I'm hoping he would. Regardless.
But how many of these? So I talked about a friend of mine who he lost control of his hands and his legs after he got the vaccine, and the doctors told him that's what it was.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and like, yeah, I'm not telling you what is or isn't. I'm saying that like this has literally happened. Okay,
my sister-in-law, the exact same thing.
Talk to your doctor about what makes sense for you. The doctors came out later and said it was a vitamin deficiency. That's an important point of the story. So the issue is. What are you allowed or supposed to think, or how are you supposed to know when you get conflicting stories? Because here's my issue. Obviously, there's a lot of people who come out and they want to blame the vaccine, and I'm like, yo, it's really hard when I'm sitting in a room reading stories and we're all at our computers trying to figure out what's going on. The one thing I can say is there sure are a lot of stories about people collapsing on sports fields and while running and doing all these things.
A lot.
And there's let's say hypotheses and theories about what's going on, but we're not getting any official work done on investigating.
Red flag right there. Have they made it official that the vaccine causes blood clots?
So I think
we got fact checked on that, didn't we?
But you did. I talked about it because it was. Here's what they said: AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson did get flagged for a rare side effect of blood clots.
Right.
But the Pfizer BioNTech one they said was the study showed strong signals of blood clots, but not evidence of causation. Just correlation. Now here's a funny thing: they do the climate change thing for people, having heart attacks, and it's just a correlation.
Yeah.
You guys, no, hey, that was just a correlation. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So the best thing anyone can say is, and I mean this sincerely, we don't know for sure. Yeah. Just to make sure your doctor is up to date on all of this information. If your doctor can't answer your questions, find one who can. It's that simple. Because the media is going to censor everything. YouTube's got their rules. There's different varying opinions. All that matters in my view is you have a doctor who knows what they're talking about, and then you get sound medical advice.
Right. Yeah, that happened to my sister-in-law as well. She couldn't walk. She lost all the.
Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
You know who Eric Clapton is? The famous guitar player.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't use my hands. What happened? And so, one thing I think too is if you give 400 million doses of a vaccine and it's got like a fraction, like, 0.01% side effect, you're going to see several thousand stories and it might freak you out.
Right.
But the real issue might be that just gave out 400 million doses. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why I'm like, look, man, I don't want to be biased one way or the other. But obviously, I think people need to get sound medical advice from a guy who knows all about this.
Yeah, but it's
you don't want to. You don't want to go to a doctor and he's just like, oh, I don't know anything about this, but here's my advice. No. Go to a doctor who can be like, here's the studies we saw. Here's my opinion on them, and here's my recommendation for you.
It's like crazy. They didn't do any long-term studies though. They tested them at billions of people.
No, well,
and they tested
it
6 months. But no. But when they tested it, whenever someone got hurt, they just kicked them out of the trial. Right, so that data was skewed, and we're trusting the data that was given by them, done by them, that they have no liability for, that they make a profit off of this product, while the government is not connecting the dots here or investigating any of this. That just stinks to high heaven.
It's not just that they're not investigating it; it's that President Biden 7 hours ago tweeted out, "Everyone 6 months and up should get their updated COVID vaccine." Like, why is a non-doctor telling people to get COVID vaccines? 6 months olds.
This is what bothers me about the whole thing. Is that I can sit here all day and be like, find a doctor who's right for you, and Joe Biden doesn't have to, and these celebrities don't have to, and The Rock doesn't have to. These other big YouTubers don't have to. And I'm like, wait, man. How is it that if you say something like, I'm not a doctor, but my recommendation is not to take this medication, it's like, oh, we're going to ban you. But this guy who's not a doctor is saying, pull into a 7-Eleven parking lot, let a stranger inject you. That's the craziest thing to me. No, I got into it. I talk about this story. I got into it on Twitter because Casey Neistat, he's a cool dude. he said, go get the vaccine or whatever. And I responded with like, go talk to a doctor and figure out if it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then the response I got from him was like, he's like, that's weird. I just drove into a parking lot and got it through the window. And I was like, yo.
He also said vote for Hillary Clinton, and he did work for CNN, so he doesn't have the best judgment there.
He did say he regretted endorsing Hillary Clinton. I don't think he's a bad dude. I just think
I tell you like this: when Trump said he was going to come out with a vaccine, and he said he was going to have one by the end of the year, I said I ain't taking that shit.
So did Kamala Harris.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the whole thing about that vaccine when it first came out, hey, if you take the vaccine, you don't have to social distance. You don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah. We'll be back to normal.
Yeah, back to normal. It was a great vaccine.
Stop the curve.
Yeah, whatever. And then people's getting the vaccine and people were still getting sick. Oh, if you're vaccinated, you still got to social distance and wear a mask. I'm like, wait a minute.
Right.
That was the promise.
How effective is this vaccine if you still have to social distance?
100% safe and effective, according to the CEO of Pfizer. And then 98, 95, 93, 92, you see the news articles going all the way down.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.